Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. Today I'm going to be unboxing something from the recent Chanel collection, and if you watched my last video, which I'll go ahead and link up here, you might be surprised thinking, whoa, I didn't expect you, to purchase anything again from Chanel, especially so recently given your terrible experiences in the past. And you are correct, I never thought I would either, but stay tuned and I'll explain, what made me buy this item, why I bought it, how I bought it, all of that good stuff. So with all of that being said, let's go ahead and let's get into the video. Really quickly though, before I got into it, I just did want to say, please subscribe. Majority of you guys aren't, so it would mean the world to me if you guys did subscribe, give this video a like, let me know what else you want to see. I also did recently start an Instagram, which is at hellolux_. So if you could also give that a follow, that would be great. I post a bunch of different things as to if I stop by at the Chanel store or LV, why I sell, what stock I'm seeing, any good deals. I recently went to the outlet, so was sharing some great things I found at Prada. Ironically, Instagram did delete that because I think I put the prices of the items there, and I think they thought I was trying to sell something illegally, so they flagged that post and took it down. But I will be posting a lot more frequently on there now that I am sharing that Instagram with you guys, and you guys are actually aware of that. So with all of that being said, sorry for the long intro, let's go ahead and let's get into it. I'll be leaving timestamps down below for everything as usual, but really quickly want to just give an overview. So in the beginning, I'm just going to be doing an unboxing just for those who only want to see the item. Then I'm going to be covering the price and how I really only paid $20 to $30 for this item. Then I'm going to be going over essentially, how I got it, why I got it, especially given my last experience. And then I'm going to do a what fits. So that's going to be the overview. And again, all the timestamps are going to be linked down in the bottom as usual. Just go ahead and let's get into it. So as you can see, not the biggest box or the biggest bag, but pretty standard Chanel bag. We have the camellia, which has recently been changed to a more like paper-like substance, I would say. And then, ribbon right here. And let me just go ahead and move this back to the side and take out the item. So here is the item. So as you can see, it is a pretty small box, so that might give you an idea of what is in here. But let's go ahead and let's take off the camellia. And let me go like this, take off the ribbon. So now that all of that is done, put your guesses down below. I mean, I think there's only so many options with how small this box is, but maybe the color or, the leather. Leave a guess down below of what you think I got. So let me go ahead and open this. And then as we can see right here, this is just the booklet that you get with any, small leather good. So in here, it just goes over any care and all of that good stuff. So I'll also put this to the side. I'll put this down as well. And yep, here we go. So this is the pretty standard velvet cloth, sort of dust bag that all small leather goods come with, and voila. So I decided to finally cave in and I bought the Chanel card holder. So this is actually in the newest color. At first when I saw it, I thought it was beige clear, and then I asked the SA, and the SA was like, no, this is a little bit darker version of the beige clear, and I think it's just called beige. I will look and double check on the color code and let you guys know. But it sort of looks like silver hardware too, but I clarified and it is light gold hardware. So let me go ahead and take off this felt. You've probably seen this a million times, but just the very standard Chanel card holder. As you can, oops, there's some fluff right there. Super beautiful caviar. I love the color. We have this back pocket right here. And if we open it, we have Chanel. And then this has a few of the more details, so I'll read that. And then as you can see, this is actually a made in France item. Interior is this light brown. And then we have this sort of dummy credit card right here. What's interesting to note is, before, all of the Chanel small leather goods would still have the sort of credit card looking authenticity card, and it was only the bags that had the, chips. And then when I got my walk, which is technically a small leather good, they had just implemented the chip system and that. And now even the small leather goods, like these wallets, have the chip. So if I were to take this card out, which let me do that for you guys right now. Let me see if you guys can see it. Do you guys see that? It's not really a chip, but it's sort of just printed on versus the actual card. So just wanted to note that in case you guys weren't familiar with the new system. So yeah, here it is. And let me go ahead and just button it really quick. Yeah, so here is a closer look I think it's a beautiful color. I didn't want black because everything that I have is black, so I wanted something different, either like a gray or navy. I was thinking about purchasing the beige clear, but I was just really worried about how light that color was, and I think this is a more unique seasonal color. So yeah, this is my newest addition. All right, everybody, so here is the information of this card holder and the specific colorway. I'm covering up this, code at the top since that is my authenticity code for this item. But as you can see, this is from 22A. The number is right here on the left if you wanted to provide this to your essay. As you can see, it's just called the Classic Flap Card Holder in Caviar, and it's just called gold, which is interesting to note. And then in terms of pricing, let me go ahead and share that with you guys. So pricing this card holder is now $550, or I shouldn't say now $550 since it's been $550 for a while. And as you can see, again, there's all this information. It's just called beige. And yeah, this is all the information for it. And I bought this on the Saturday after the collection launched on the Thursday. So yeah, I was pretty surprised to see that they still had this in store, but nonetheless, I'm super glad that I was able to snatch it. Now in terms of exact pricing, this was $600 after, everything. So $550 for the wallet plus, $50 for taxes, which kills me every single time, but that's what I get for living in a high tax state. Chanel hasn't increased the price on the classic, card holders for a while. And, when it came around to actually, buying new wallets, I never wanted to pull the trigger on this. I just would always rather save up and buy something else. I think buying a bunch of card holders actually just sets you farther and farther away from, making your bigger purchase and what you actually want. But when it came around, for my promotion time and my bonus time where I, am working, I actually got a $530 gift card. And this, I think, was because if they gave me cash and they would have to tax it, but they didn't have to tax a gift card. So it was basically a $530 Visa gift card. So I used that towards the Saks purchase. And then my partner actually has an Amex Platinum card, which every single 6 months, so every January to June and then July to December, they give you $50 off. So I had my $530 from work, an additional $50 from that credit card. So with all that being said, I had, $580 off. And I really only had to pay like $20 after tax and stuff like that. So that's the reason why I decided to buy this, because, it technically, is my money because I worked hard for it, and I could have used it towards something else. But, I decided to choose a Saks gift card, and then at Saks, you can essentially use it at any of the boutiques within Saks. So Chanel, Louis Vuitton, etc. So this is an item that I'm not sure, I would have got, in the near future with my own money, but, with the gift card and my company essentially giving this to me, I was like, why not? And that's why I decided to get it. One thing I really quickly wanted to note is when I got that $530 and then I had the additional $50 from Saks, that's almost $600. I really thought about what I wanted to use that towards. I could also use it towards an LV wallet. I was really contemplating buying the Bottega mini loop bag, which I will attach a picture somewhere here in the Parrot Creek green, which I think is beautiful. And when I was looking at it, it was $1,200, but Bottega recently just had a price increase, so it went up to like $1,600, I believe. So before I was okay with paying an additional, $600 to getting it, but an extra $1,000 plus, didn't like it enough. So the main incentive for me to buy this was I really didn't have to pay anything extra. I didn't, want to force myself to buy something else just because I had those funds. I'd rather just use it and only have to contribute, under $50 rather than forcing myself to buy a bigger ticket item and then having to contribute, X amount that was left over. So you might be curious and asking, given your last experience, what was it like purchasing this card holder? So at this point, I've come to the realization that I'm totally okay with my experiences at Chanel or these types of places just being purely transactional. I saw a comment on my last video, which was something along the lines of, oh, you guys who purchase Chanel or go through this unfair treatment, you guys must be inherently masochists and like enjoy this type of pain, which I think is really aggressive. Like, yes, to be fair, at that, specific experience of mine, I was really naive. It was my first purchase at Chanel, and most of the unfair treatment happened after I'd already made the purchase. But I don't think it's fair to say, like, if I continue to purchase at Chanel, then I enjoy this pain being inflicted on me and I deserve it. I don't think that's fair. But, at this point, I have no intention of purchasing anything big from Chanel in the near future. I don't ever see myself, you know, being put on any item that would need a wait list. If I don't get the item, I don't get the item. So I don't think I'm going to be putting expectations on myself or the Chanel essays. You know, I don't have that expectation when I go into other stores, so why would I make it, you know, a worse experience for myself by expecting some type of treatment at, you know, the Chanel boutique. So this time when I went in, I knew what I wanted. Again, I think I felt a lot more, you know, chill, because again, it was a gift card. So it wasn't like I was, you know, having to take money out of my own pocket. I went in asking, what card holders do you have? I took a look, and then I said, I want this one. And then I was probably out in 10 minutes. And I think the essay at that time, she's probably having a long day. The collection just launched. So I think honestly, she was really happy that I wasn't trying to ask her these questions that probably people ask just to build a good rapport, or I wasn't trying to, you know, kiss her butt or anything like that. I think she liked that, you know. I said what I wanted, and then I paid for it and I left. And that was it. And again, that's purely transactional, but I'm totally okay with that at this point. I will say overall, I think that shopping at a smaller department store overall just is a better experience. I think because it's a lot smaller, a lot of people don't think to go there. I've always found the essays at the department stores relatively nice. There's almost never a wait, versus, you know, at the Chanel store, the one that I bought my original bag, the one from the last Storytime, I waited like 45 minutes in that line. There was always a line of at least 45 minutes to an hour. And then this Chanel, you know, Saks was actually down the block from an actual boutique, and that boutique closed at 6. They cut off the queue at, you know, 4:45, which I understand is, you know, they want to go home on time, but there was probably only like 10 people in that queue. And I think it's really, you know, unfortunate that they have to be so picky and choosy. You know, I try to go stand in line again at 4:45. I thought an hour is plenty of time. They're like, no, like the line is done for today. We're not letting any people in. So again, it might just be my area where there's all these wealthy people, so they don't need to entertain people who are just looking or for small purchases. I'm sure if I was a VIP, they would just let me in, period, and not even wait in line. So yeah, maybe, you know, Chanel boutiques, period, aren't just for me, and I'll just continue to go to, you know, the ones in Saks or Neiman Marcus or Nordstrom if I ever need anything. But yeah, overall, I'm totally okay with today's purchase and how it went. You know, again, nothing extraordinary, but, you know, I got what I wanted. She was nice. She was pleasant. She was fast, unboxed everything, super knowledgeable, and yeah, no complaints overall. I also will say the Saks Chanel had great inventory. You know, not sure if it was a combination of things, if it's price increases plus quotas or what it was, but they seemed to have everything. So they had all the wallet on chains. They even had the Pearl Crush versions. I'll attach a picture. They had the Chanel 19. They had the, you know, mini Vanity cases. They had a bunch of Gabrielle's. They had a bunch of classic flaps in black, navy, red, pink, the new beige color, which was beautiful. I will attach a picture. They even had, you know, the trendy CCs, the Coco handle in the small, Coco handle in the midi, tons of boys. They had almost everything. So I was honestly shocked. Again, I've always been pleasantly surprised by this Saks. It always has great stock, I think, because the area is sort of funny. On one block, there's a Neiman Marcus, which has a Chanel boutique in it. Then there's a Saks, which also has a Chanel boutique in it. And then if you go, you know, a few more, like 2 blocks down, there's an actual Chanel boutique. And then maybe like 2 miles away, there's another Chanel boutique. So I think just because there's so many Chanels and most people don't go to the small one inside of Saks, this one always has great inventory. But yeah, let me know if that's been your experience when you've been shopping as well. But again, I was pleasantly surprised to see how much inventory they had. I really quickly wanted to show you what fits in here. So right now I have one card in this back flap right here. If you open it, I have one more card here. You could definitely fit, you know, at least another one here. And then within here, I just have 10 more cards. So I just have a Dunkin', you know, gift card right now. But as you can see, this easily closes and there's definitely more room. So this definitely can fit a hefty amount. So I think this is perfect for everyday use, and it's compact enough to fit in all of my small bags. There are also a lot of inserts, which I'll try to insert a picture right now. But essentially, if you were to buy an insert, you would be able to put it in here and then attach a chain through it, and then it just looks like one of the card holders that are on chain. So I think that's another great alternative as well. All right, thank you all so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. Give me a follow on Instagram, and I hope to see you on my next video. Bye.